All right, looking at our agenda, I'm going to move item 4A, the marijuana ordinance, to be in front of item 2. So that'll come right after public comment. We are going to launch into public comment now, which is a chance for anyone to speak on anything that is not on tonight's agenda. As I just mentioned, marijuana ordinance is on our agenda tonight. We have already had public comment taken on that, and so it is against the law for us to open it back up for public comment. So anybody that comes during this open public comment and wants to talk about marijuana, I'm going to turn off the microphone because we can't do that tonight. We can't introduce any more public testimony. So if anybody has anything they'd like to talk on, except marijuana, I have some blue slips here. One for Roy Olson that says marijuana growing, so I'm going to go ahead and set that one aside.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys are
anyway, front row.
Dale Matthews, Grants Pass.
You pull that mic up a little, Jay? Thank you.
Dale Matthews, Grants Pass. I'm not here to talk about marijuana. I'm sick of hearing about marijuana, aren't you? But I don't like the process. How can it possibly be that a second reading or a third reading at a county commissioners meeting? I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm not talking about marijuana. I'm talking about the process. How can it be that the second or third reading of anything at a county commissioners meeting is welcome to people talking about it, but not at a superior city council meeting? Your meetings are much better than the county's meetings. How is this possible? Sounds like a David Reeves project to me. Something that was left up to him giving you advice. You know, it could be very well be that your city attorney has said, well, this is completely within the law. If we just wanted to follow rule books, you'd all be lawyers. But you're not. It's not just about the rule book. It's about what's right for people. A second reading, and you can't even listen to people for 3 minutes, really? That just kind of stinks more than marijuana does. I don't want to listen to anything more about marijuana. I have a show to do at 7 o'clock, so I'm going to have to leave. But really, you're just not tough enough to listen to one more round, just one more round.
All right, Dale. That's enough, buddy. I asked you not to go there.
Okay.
So I'm afraid you're done.
Yep, I'm done.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, everybody.
Anyone else from the public wish to speak on? Public comment. Okay, seeing none, I would close our open public comment and move on to item 4A on our agenda, which is an ordinance vacating the, whoops, wrong one. One more page. And an ordinance amending Title V of our municipal code. We are here for a second reading. We had a motion and a first reading of the ordinance at our last meeting. The second reading of the ordinance was not unanimous, and so we had procedurally, we delay that for 2 weeks. Our second reading is going to happen next, and then we will entertain a motion on whether that ordinance will pass or not. So, Karen, if you would give us a second reading of the ordinance with amendment.
An ordinance of the Council of the City of Grants Pass amending Title V of the Grants Pass Municipal Code by adding Chapter 5.72, Homegrown and Medical Marijuana, to be amended as follows. Section 5.72.030A2 will now read, all cultivation, drying, curing, storage, production, processing, or possession of marijuana shall be conducted indoors, except that medical marijuana may be cultivated outdoors in accordance with state law until December 31st, 2015. Such outdoor cultivation shall be prohibited thereafter, and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. So I'd return it to the council. Roy?
I move the ordinance be adopted.
Okay. Is there a second? seconded by Jim on the end. Okay, here we go. Jim, should the ordinance be adopted?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Ken?
Yes.
Roy?
Yes.
Dennis?
Yes.
Rick?
Yes.
Dan?
Abstain.
Then the ordinance is adopted. There were six for yes and 1 abstention. All right, so let's go back to our agenda, item 2A. So you guys are wanting to explain the vote? Then let's do it. Who wants to go first? Mark?
Thank you, Mayor. I appreciate the opportunity to explain my vote and where it came from, because I think it's important that people understand and our constituents understand where this came from. This was obviously a very hot topic in the scope of our regular doings.
Hey, Mark?
Yes.
I've gotten advice from Mark. I'm afraid we're going to have to save this for open discussion when we
Okay.
have matters from mayor and council, because I did not open it up before the vote.
Okay.
So procedurally, my apologies, but I wanted to
We need to follow that.
get to the vote.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Mark. for
So I'll make my
understanding.
comments at the end of the meeting.
I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.